Everybody go to breakfast. Shayo. Shayo. You go bow for the result, though. Nothing to discuss, oh. Cause I did by default and without any doubt, oh. I'm a me happy adult, oh. I no go feed the girl, I no go feed the girl, it's out, oh. I'm a mind that's you can talk, oh. I put my life into my job and I know I'm in trouble. She manipulate my love, oh. I know holy, and I know that devil. That the baba fry, oh. My eye, oh. Don't cry, oh. I need to go and shadow. 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 I did what I got when them kills over my. I did try to buy moto, Toyota Corolla. My feelings been they swing like Django Lover. Feelings been they swing like Django Lover. Now you crash your Ferrari for Leggy Bona. Now so much you remain, you have been all over. My feelings today swing like Django Lover. Feelings today swing like Timbani at you. I'm a white dog in Fendi suit. Why you say I did nothing for you? And if I do anything you want me to do, Timbani at you. I'm a white dog in Fendi suit. Why you say I did nothing for you? And if I do anything you want me to do, maybe another time, maybe another life. You will be my wife and we'll get it right. The young past, last. Now everybody go to breakfast. Have to say bye-bye, yo. Bye-bye, yo. To the love of my life. My eye, yo. Don't cry, yo. I need to go and shadow. I need to go and shadow. I need to go and shadow. I need to go and shadow.
And we are live. Welcome back to Chart Striker, everybody. I hope you've had a good week, a good weekend, and whatnot. I've missed you guys, so we're just gonna jump straight into the TA and talk about what's going on and whatnot. Yeah, Bitcoin feeling pressure from the bears, feeling pressure from the bears. But this is the thing. What do we learn in this channel? What do I try to tell you guys? What do I try to teach you, at least from experience? Shorting at support levels is probably not the best move when price action is at support, right? So what's going on? Yes, there is pressure from the bears. Yes, we are going lower, but we are also at critical levels, okay, at levels of support. So for me to completely give up on this, I'd wait to see if there's a daily candle close below 28.3, okay, 28.3. On a weekly note, it's still the same. I haven't changed my mind when it comes to the weekly. If we see a close below this level, 28.5, then yes, pressure is pretty much to the downside. But I'd like to see a close below it for me to get a confidence that this is gonna break down, go lower. I'd like to see it close with strength, not just a wick below this level and then a push back up. That wouldn't do it for me. I'd like to see a follow through after a close below this area. If that happens, yes, pressure pretty much back to the downside, okay? But on the daily, yeah, even though there's pressure from the bears at the moment, we are still at critical levels at support areas. So I'd rather wait and see if there's an actual close below 28.3, for example. And if that happens, then yes, most likely we at least go to 27.5-ish levels. And if that doesn't hold, yes, a bit more lower, that is possible. But we'll see what happens. This chart that we spoke about, this one, it's still intact. As long as we're above this area, it's still intact. Not much has changed. Now we did hit resistance, that prior resistance level that I spoke about. That was the last stream. I did tell you guys that I'd rather wait to see some confirmation of support around these levels, and then maybe take an entry, just scalping here and there. We did go all the way to that level around, I think it was, let's see here, 29.6, 29.7. I don't know which chart it was exactly. Hold on. It could have been this one. Yeah, right here. Between 29.6 to 29.7, we came all the way to 29.700, which is a good thing. So we hit resistance, we pulled back down, and story continues. Now, on the daily, we do have our first negative momentum. On the oscillators, MACD is whatever. RSI is below neutral. On the 4-hourly, negative momentum on the oscillators as well. RSI is in the lows. It's in the lows, okay? Look, if we can manage to hold on the 4-hourly, if we can manage to hold above 28,800, okay? And we do not see a close below that level, we could see a nice divergence develop. There's still a chance we could see some nice divergence develop. And then look, it looks like one of the scenarios that by the looks of the price action and everything else, looks like this is a short-term pullback just to shake out some more people, and then we could see a mini bounce or some sort of a bounce from these levels again. So we will see what happens, but at the moment it does look like it's market is just shaking out some people just to fake out slowly. So most people sell at the lows meaning lows of the support, because I'm telling you guys that I see support is around these levels, first support at least. So yeah, it could be some sort of a shakeout, you know, a fake out, you know, to the downside. But if a daily candle closes, you know, the way it's looking, yeah, we close, you know, below these levels, that, you know, 28,600-ish area. Most likely we come, you know, a bit lower. So yeah, I'm keeping my eyes up. But all hope is still not gone, because we are at support levels. People who are selling around these areas are just selling at support. Unless support breaks, we get some sort of a confirmation, like support breaking with strength is one thing, or support breaking and then that support, you know, acts as some sort of a resistance, meaning S flips to R. That's another thing as well. But we are at support, simple as that. Okay, let me have a sip of my tea and we'll continue with the rest. I've been busy with the Patreons, had a call today and so on and so forth. It's going well. So I've been busy, you know, working, you know, charting, whatnot, doing some TA and with the Patreons as well, giving them some value. But yeah, things are looking fine for Bitcoin so far. Like, I can't say this and that. I'm not loving the candle. I'm not loving this daily candle. But then again, we do have an hour left. It's power hour soon. We'll see what happens. But yeah, let's move on to Ethereum and continue. We are gonna have a look at some new coins that we haven't had a look at before, like Bone Shiba Swap. I think one of them is called. The other one is SEI or SEI versus the USDT as well. And yeah, Quant, Cardano, HBAR, blah blah blah. And we'll have a look at what's going on. Okay, next Ethereum, and then we can move on with the rest. Let's see now. Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum on the daily. Negative momentum on the oscillators. MACD is whatever, like really no need to repeat this. It's like still bearish, right? RSI is still below neutral. Look, Ethereum also from the last stream, just you guys can just have a look on your own. But since the last stream, TA has been respected. I mean, we spoke about this area being resistance. We came all the way up. The support got respected as well. Now, daily, we'll see how this candle closes. But that nice divergence, you know, that we were talking about for Ethereum is gonna become invalid if daily closes below 1,825. It's the same thing I said last time, okay? And besides, remember when I also spoke about, you know, below this red line right here, right? Pressure is to the downside, and the moment we broke below this level, we are just, you know, continuing down, right? Now, levels of level of interest for Ethereum. First daily support is around this level, okay? If we lose this one, second support that I'll be looking at is around these areas. It's still pretty much the same. That hasn't changed, okay? On the weekly, we still have, 4 days to go. But even on the weekly, first major support that I'm seeing is around 1,700-ish to 1,625, okay? Very possible. Daily, yeah, we'll see if the support holds. If it doesn't hold, then I don't really see much holding us until, you know, the lows of $1,700. So we'll see what happens on the 4 hourly. Let's continue with this. I'm loving this right now, but we will see how it closes, because it really doesn't matter how it's forming until we see a close, right? We're gonna see what happens soon. And I'm talking about, you know, this push to the upside when we're touching support, which is not a bad thing, right? Okay, negative momentum on the oscillators on the 4 hourly time frame as well. MACD is bearish. RSI is, well, do I really have to mention it? Like, you guys see, it's on the lows, right? We do have some, like, there, look, we could, there is a chance. If this 4 hourly candle closes above at least 1,820, meaning, it turns out to be some sort of a hammer instead, there is the chance we could, develop some nice divergence instead, okay? And if that happens, there is a chance we could push back up to at least, 1,840-ish, 1,850-ish, very possible, right? Let's have a look at the hourly. Yeah, like nowadays, past week, past 2 weeks, it's like, the shorter time frames usually, they take, a few hours and so on, or, a day or so. But nowadays, even the shorter time frames, like it's been, some have been taking days to play out, literally days. So it's a slow market right now, but it's okay as long as we know like what is it, like the different scenarios that we could expect. Like, it's cool, no worries. On the hourly, well, prior for hourly candle, nice close with a hammer. Okay, not hating on this. Besides, we are at support, right? Let's see if there's any nice divergence, for example, here. Yeah, okay. There is some nice divergence, developing, but on the hourly, first resistance is around 1,830-ish areas, okay, to 1,840-ish, just the levels that I'm just mentioned on the 4-hourly time frame. So that's pretty much the same. We had some sell pressure, obviously, but not matching up with the candle, right? Not matching up with the price action that we're seeing. Okay, what else? We can have a look at the 12-hourly just because, why not? Yeah, 12-hourly, we are also at support. Negative momentum on the oscillators, like, What would be nice, like, what I'd like to see is for this to, okay, this is gonna sound a bit horrible, okay, but this is not a bad thing. If this happens, this wouldn't be like the worst thing, okay? Price, comes down a little bit more to maybe to 1,770-ish, okay? Oscillators follow the price action and so on. We form some positive divergence, at support levels and whatnot, and then we see some type of a reversal from that area. But that's not gonna happen if this S1 daily time frame holds, okay? If it holds, like, then it holds, whatever, right? Okay, what else? I think I've covered Ethereum. I don't think there's anything else to cover with Ethereum. Yeah, there's not much. Ali, glad you made it. Welcome. Hope you've had a good week and weekend and whatnot. Weekly Ethereum, yeah. Support all the way here. Like, major support is actually all the way here. Loss of $1,700 to 1,630. That's a major support, okay? All right, let's have a look at some other assets. Starting with Cardano, and then we'll move on to HBAR. Yeah, we gotta do Cardano just because it's top 10 still, right? Even though it's looking boring, we still gotta go through it. Okay, daily, Cardano. We hit that prior resistance, like when I draw these lines, that I always draw them, before they happen. Not lines, I mean those resistance areas and support areas. Usually they are drawn, well, not usually, mostly they're drawn, before the price action happens. So they're probably, when you guys have, are seeing this, viewing this, you're probably seeing one here, one there. It's just because I don't know where exactly it's gonna happen, but I know the levels, you get it? So that's why it's just spread out, here and there. But anyways, the important thing, Cardano, negative momentum on the oscillators. MACD is whatever, it's still bearish, can't say anything about that part. It wouldn't be bad if we come down a bit lower, to these levels, form some type of, positive divergence at the same time, and then we see some sort of bounce, off support. Now, around these levels, we already broke one major support area, which is around 0.285 ish. Okay, around that level, 0.29, 0.285. Now I'd love to see for Cardano, this again might sound bad for the bulls, but for the sake of some nice movement to the upside, I wouldn't hate it if it came down a little bit. Besides, I don't see any reason for it to... Hold on, before I continue. You see, there is some type of... Yeah, I was about to say, I wouldn't... It doesn't look like the bears, are completely gone. But this is the thing, though. Look at the 4 hourly. Yes, we do have 55 minutes left. Yes. But if it closes anything like this, besides, we have to be flexible, right? Some people would probably, wait for it, to touch support areas to the dot. But this is average, right? Average. So on the 4 hourly, it is close to support. This is not a bad, push to the upside. You see this wick? This is not a bad push. You see this sell pressure on the volume? Not really, making, matching up with the price action, right? So we're gonna see what happens. So, yeah, close to support. If we see a bounce on the 4 hourly, like this is a beautiful hammer, but first resistance would still be around that 0.29-ish, level that I just, mentioned. So, yeah. Let me just show you. Hold on. Or maybe I can draw it on the other chart. So this one, hold on. Okay. First resistance for Cardano. On the 4 hourly, around these levels. Why is it not showing up? Okay, right here. Cool. But before we get this one, we need to break above the first hourly resistance, which is around these levels. Hold on. Different resistance levels need to, we need to see some action above certain areas for this to get hit. And this is the 4 hourly, all right? 4 hourly. There you go. So this one we can remove for now, or we could probably change it to R2. Hold on. This one is gonna change as well. R3. Actually, no. I'm gonna remove this one completely. Hide. Okay. So R1 for hourly right here. R2 somewhere around these levels. Okay, R3 would be all the way around 0.32 and so on and so forth. Look at this hourly beautiful. Okay, guys. I spoke about this not so long ago. I spoke about this candle, literally this candle. Do you guys remember what it's called? You try to figure it out while I continue talking about this. Let me know in the comment section, okay? Let's see now. So hourly, for hourly right here. Hourly right here. Cool. Awesomeness. Okay. And we are done with this one. Let's move on, shall we? H bar. Next, H bar. Okay. Exactly, Howley. Awesomeness. Like, seriously, this is good. This is good. It's Dragonfly Doji. Like, I just love it when you guys, remember? Awesomeness. Dragonfly Doji. Telling us what? Do you remember what it told us? See, exactly, Howley, exactly. Awesomeness, exactly. Like, like, good job, real good job. We gotta give you this. Hold on, since it's a good answers, good jobs. We gotta give you some claps, right? Okay, let's move on then. I see, like, this is what I love. This makes the time like spent teaching you guys or telling you guys, communicating with you guys about TA and so on, worth every millisecond, literally. So awesome. Okay, let's move on with the next one. H bar, right? H bar. Okay. So many things going on with this one. So many things going on. Funny thing is, even though there was some, bullish news going on and whatnot, because I think somebody told me something about, there was some nice news going on with H bar probably a week ago, if I'm not mistaken. So what happened? We hit resistance, R3. This is what I love about resistance levels, support areas, and so on and so forth, right? We hit resistance, shooting star at resistance, right? And what's going on at the moment? Yes, we pulled back down, but this is what's going on, okay? You see this trend line that we were respecting at one point, and then it acted as, it was acting as support around these levels. And then when we broke down below it, we came to critical areas, we pushed back up. The moment we broke above this level, I gotta zoom in for you guys, to see what I'm talking about. Hold on. There you go. It's better when I zoom in, probably. So it was acting as support. Actually, this, line should be extended to the left a little bit, but I haven't done it now. Anyways, support, right? Okay. Broke support, right? What happened? Broke down. Critical areas held. We kind of, just went sideways the moment critical areas broke. A bit more further down, next critical area. Important thing, fast forward. The moment we got back above this, old support, new resistance area, and I'm gonna tell you why new resistance. We pushed the moment there was some close above this level, a daily candle close above this level with strength. We pushed higher, right? And then when we broke below it again, what happened? Resistance. You guys get it, right? Resistance. And then I came out, I told you guys we have support around these levels. If it doesn't break below this area, there is a nice chance that we could push back up. And then this news came out about H bar. Do not ask me what the news is, I have no idea. And then we pushed back up above this area. But this time on this daily candle, it was even though we were at resistance, it was a strong close. Which helped it push the price a bit higher to the next resistance on the daily time frame, right? R3 on the daily time frame. Now, I hope that was explained in a good short way. Now, yes, we had the shooting star. Okay, now, yes, we do have like daily candle if it closes in anything like this. And then, look, we do have some support. This should be a bit higher. I wonder if I drew this for the 4 hour. Yeah. any 4-hourly candle close below 0.06, chances are higher that we go back all the way to 0.056-ish, 0.055-ish, you know, somewhere around that level, okay? But if, let's see, let me have a look at the hourly. We gotta make sure of what's going on before we speak, right? The other scenario that I wanted to tell you guys is if it manages to hold above these levels, like no daily candle close below 0.061, that's not a bad thing. Then there is some sort of demand around these levels, okay? But by the looks of it, I don't think this is gonna hold. I think there's pressure to the downside. Probably it's probably gonna go lower, okay? But who am I to say I know it's gonna go lower, but probably gonna go lower. Why? Unless something happens in 45 minutes, okay? Sell pressure, matching up, you know, with the price action, right? We do have some negative divergence. We're not gonna deny that part either, right? We do have some negative divergence on the daily. That is developing. So you got that as well. Same thing on the RSI. On the 4-hourly, it's a bit different. Why? There is signs of some positive divergence, okay? Besides, I did tell you guys we are at, you know, support according to this line, you know, old support, new resistance, right? And now it's acting as support again. So we are at support. There is some sort of a nice divergence, but first resistance right now is different. First resistance on the 4-hourly time frame is around 0.067-ish dollars, okay? If we see a close above this area, 0.0, if we want to be a bit more conservative, 0.068 is better, okay? If we see a close above that level, then next resistance would be around 0.072-ish, you know, somewhere around that level. But yeah, I really do not see signs. Yes, there is some signs of positive divergence developing and whatnot, but at the moment, I do not see any signs that the bears are tired. We're still, you know, in this 4-hourly time frame, we're still in a downtrend. We're just, you know, going, it's a bit neutral at the moment, but it's just going sideways, but pretty much still in a downtrend, right? Looking at the hourly first resistance is around 0.068-ish as well. Coincidence, right? Matching up with the 4-hourly. So yeah, that's H bar. Looking at the daily, I'm still betting this is probably gonna pull back a bit lower, like there's a chance this is what can happen also. Since 4-hourly, you know, we do have some nice, you know, divergence developing, and it's a bit neutral at the moment. If we go sideways here, yes, we could, you know, come back to test these levels. If any break above this area, you know, come back to test these levels. But looking at the daily, unless we see a close above 0.077-ish, we're probably not gonna see these levels yet. That next resistance, you know, around 0.09-ish, okay? So yeah, there's a decent chance we could, you know, come back, retest recent, you know, levels around recent high, and then, you know, continue down. Could be, you know, an SFP, who knows, swing, you know, failure pattern, right? Okay, that's it for H bar. I think you know about the support areas we need to hold, and if it doesn't hold, what's gonna happen, and you know about the resistance and whatnot. So we can move on to the next one. Okay, so far we've done Bitcoin, we've done Ethereum as well. We have done Cardano. What else? We've done H bar just now. And now to the next one, Bone Shiba Swap or something. I think it's a new coin, I'm not sure. Yep, Bone Shiba swap. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Look guys, this on the weekly, the prior weekly candles was already, you know, telling us, giving us warning signs. Okay, it was already giving us warning signs that there's a chance that this, you know, could fall back. We did have that you know, PP piercing pattern, you know, showing at resistance, right? There's really not any negative divergence. I take that back. There is some sort of a negative divergence also as well on the weekly, but we still have 4 days to go. Let's have a look at this. Pressure from the bears on the bulls. Still pressure, you know, going on. Just increasing. We do have some nice divergence that has developed already. But I wonder if this was it, like this was the move from that nice divergence that was developing. Like it's still negative momentum on the oscillator, still, you know, MACD is bearish, right? Our side's below neutral. Let's have a look at the 4 hourly. Yeah, look, this one is probably an hourly support if I'm not mistaken. Yep, hourly support. We've already broken hourly support. We're going down a bit lower. But yeah, next support seems like it's all the way down here around 1.22-ish, okay? And we already hit resistance. I mean, that's pretty much it. If this closes anything like this daily in 39 minutes, like there's a decent chance we could, you know, go a bit higher if we see any close below 1.35. Yep. On the hourly, like I don't see any signs that bears are losing steam. No signs of any positive divergence either. Yeah, pressure is to the downside with this one. Doesn't matter if it's the weekly, doesn't matter if it's the daily, both hourly, 4 hourly. Looks like there is pressure to the downside, okay? Okay, daily. Any daily can close below 1.17-ish most likely pulls us to the lows of $1. Yep, lows of $1. Next support. Yeah, so we'll see what happens when it gets there, okay? Okay, we can move on from this one as well. Like really not much to add. I just, you know, wanted to talk about this one because it was one of those that actually was up before this happened. I was looking at it when before it hit this level, right? I think I was looking at it somewhere around these levels. Came up, hit resistance, went a bit slightly above resistance here, yes, and then just pushed back down. Any 4 hourly candle close above this level right here, around 1.177-ish, there's a good chance we could go all the way to 1.85-ish. Okay, any daily candle close above 1.85-ish would actually, you know, push it a bit higher. But really unnecessary to talk about all this because it's looking the way it is looking right now, right? So we'll just leave it there. But this is bone Shiba swap, so we can move on from this one. Okay, let's have a look at CFX. CFX. Things were looking good and then things were not looking good anymore. Let's have a look at that one. Okay, I don't know how many of you remember, but I had, you know, long positions, you know, from this point to this point, I think. The other one was from this point to this point. The other one was from this point to this point. First target got fully, completely, respected, and then it pushed back down. And then the moment it broke below this level, it was time to just, let it be, okay? We took our profits around these levels, we are good, and then, it didn't play out, and it's whatever, it's fine. Why? Because, we already took profits, it's good, it's off the table, right? What happened? The moment we broke below this level, yeah, we broke below critical areas. What happened? We pushed back down, okay? Let's see. Okay, negative momentum on the oscillators. MACD is whatever. RSI is below neutral. Yeah, I don't see any signs telling us that the bears are getting tired at the moment looking at all this, okay? We are at support though. We are at support, but we do have support all the way to 0.13 also, so one has to think about that, right? Let's see. Here, what's going on here? Yeah, there are unfortunately no signs of any positive divergence, okay? Like the moment it broke below this area, on the 4-hourly 0.17-ish, it was done with, right? It was done with. Yeah, I don't see anything telling us that the bears are losing steam. Like, oh, hold up. Hold up. I didn't see anything on the daily and 4-hourly, but on the hourly, it's a bit different. Okay, so on the hourly, as long as we do not see a close below 0.153-ish, okay, if that happens, forget about it. Forget about the nice bounce we could see on the hourly, okay, if that happens, if we see any close below 0.153. But otherwise, there is a decent chance that we could actually, come all the way to 0.164 to 0.167-ish. Okay, very possible. From this level, that would be around, let's say, from whatever it is right now, around, 5%, okay? So that's it for CFX. Not much to add there. Weekly is looking horrible. But as long as weekly doesn't close below 0.135-ish, it's fine. So if it pulls back down all the way here, and then weekly, we start seeing that there is some sort of demand, on a weekly, time frame around these levels. Like, it's not the worst thing, okay? It's fine. Okay, that's CFX. Done with CFX as well. By the way, daily major resistance is around 0.2-ish, right? 0.195, 0.2. For hourly, major resistance, first major resistance is around 0.1729. Not gonna draw everything, just telling you what TA is telling me, okay? On the hourly, yeah, what I just mentioned, okay? Major one is around 0.165 to 0.168-ish, and that's it. Let's just have a look at this as well. 15 minutes, we need to close above 0.16 2-ish areas, okay, for this, to push a bit higher to that, 4-hourly resistance that I was talking about, and that's it, okay? Done with CFX as well. Now we can move on to the next one. And next one is Joe versus USDT. Okay, Joe, unfortunately, support didn't hold. As you guys can see, the moment, we closed below support, there was more, pressure to the downside, right? Now, first support that I'm seeing is, well, not first, second support that I'm seeing for Joe is all the way down here around 0.1, let's just say 0.2 to 0.185-ish levels. Then, if there's any daily candle close, okay, like let's say it comes all the way down here and it either closes below a candle below this level, which means it's gonna, like, most likely it comes to these areas, but we could also see the bodies close around these levels, but then it wicks down to this level. Either way, my, like, what I'm trying to come forward to is, if we see any daily candle close below this level, then chances are much higher that, you know, any close below 0.1 68, okay, around these areas, or 0.1673 to be exact. Any daily candle close below that level, chances are much higher that we're gonna go down to the lows of 0.15, 0.13. Very possible if that happens, okay? Negative momentum on the oscillators. MACD is whatever. RSI is, it is what it is. Okay, it's still below neutral. It's weak. Let's see now. What else can we bring out from this? Look, from this point to this point, we had some nice divergence. It played out. From this point to this point, we also have some nice divergence, okay? But it doesn't mean it can't, you know, come lower. That's not what it means. On the 4-hourly, right now at the moment, I do not see anything, you know, indicating that the bears are tired. Not at all. On the hourly, I don't see anything indicating that either. There is some nice divergence developing, you know, on the hourly. On the daily as well. But other than that, I don't really see anything that wow. On the 4-hourly, there's also, you know, some sort of a nice divergence. Probably not the strongest, but there is some developing, okay? Yeah, but daily is looking ugly. Daily is looking ugly. We have to call it as it is. 12-hourly, let's see now. I don't see anything implying that the bears are tired. Neither on the 12-hourly or daily. At least right now, I don't see nothing. I don't see nothing. Sometimes what happens is just, you know, after I end the stream, I see other signs. But then again, yeah, unless someone is interested and, you know, somebody brings it up on Discord, it's not like I'm gonna talk about it. But yeah, it's not looking the brightest for Joe at the moment. Like, it's so much easier when market is as slow as it is and there's not much, you know, going on. It's much easier to just, you know, trade the hourly, or let's say the 15-minute, 10-minute, you know, whatever. You guys know I love the 1-minute chart as well, but it's slow at the moment. It's too slow, right? So yeah, that's Joe. Not much to add. We're breaking down first resistance for the 4-hourly time frame. Well, I'd love to see a close above 0.285-ish, but first major resistance is all the way around 0.3-ish levels, okay? Or 0.29 to 0.3 levels on the 4-hourly time frame. On the daily, it's pretty much the same. That's the first resistance as well. Like, if we find some type of support from this level, which I think there's a very slight chance for that to happen. On the hourly, first resistance is around 0.27-ish to 0. Let's just say 0.27 and, you know, keep it there, okay? That's pretty much it. What else? I think we're done with Joe as well. You know, about the support areas, you know, about resistance levels. First hourly, if we see an hourly candle close above 0.27, most likely that we go a bit higher and so on and so forth. You guys get the idea, right? So we can move on from Joe as well. Like the crypto market, it's been boring-ish. Like, I'm not even gonna try to sugarcoat it. Pretty boring. S&P has not been looking any better. Like what? It kind of lost around what 0.8% and whatnot. After the Fed meeting again showed that the members indicated, interest rates may still have to rise to curb inflation. So not much has changed. It's still pretty much the same, right? Okay, let's have a look at the next asset. Before I continue, guys, how are we feeling? How are we doing? What do you think is gonna happen with Bitcoin? Like from these levels? Or from this level, what do you think is gonna happen? Look at this. Look at this. It looks like Jesus just take the wheels and that's it, right? But we are at support. We are at support, guys. So we'll see what happens. I'm not liking the candle for the bulls, but we will see what happens. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I don't like on the 10 minutes at the moment, I don't see anything indicating that the bears are tired just yet, but we are developing some nice, divergence. But looking at the Eastern, at the moment, I don't see nothing yet. Yep, it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, let's move on. This one is another new, asset that we've never had a look at ever. Literally ever. Okay, so let's have a look at it. It's pretty new. It's pretty new, not that old. You guys can see this is the weekly time frame. Okay, this is the daily. So new as hell, but I love challenges. Okay, so what am I gonna we're just gonna do some tea on it. Okay, no matter if it's new or not, that doesn't matter. Okay, so I wish I came a bit earlier. You guys would have noticed that we were around support and we are actually bouncing off support at the moment. Not a bad thing, not a bad thing. Okay, oscillators, I can't do much. Not enough data for me to do anything, to read the oscillators and whatnot. I can just tell you, it's negative, right? RSI is above neutral and then whatever. But I can let you know about support and resistance levels. Okay, that's a different situation. So if we see any hourly close above this area right here, the top of the box, which is around 0.23-ish, okay, there's a very nice, decent chance that we could go all the way to 0.25 to 0.26 levels. Even maybe, retest, 0.28 possibilities, but there's some major resistance around these areas, even on the hourly, okay, right around these levels. Excuse me, not on, even on the 4 hourly, okay? So hourly first resistance right here, 4 hourly pretty much the same. We had some support here. If we get rejected around these levels, we still have support around these areas. But if we lose support around this level, like if we see any hourly candle close with strength below 0.164, then there's a nice chance that we could go all the way down to 0.15-ish, 0.14-ish. Very possible, okay? But at the moment, looking at this, like this is looking beautiful. I'm not gonna hate on this, but we are at resistance, like entry levels around these areas, okay, around these areas. Now we're getting closer and closer to resistance, so I'm just gonna wait and see what happens, right? 15-minute chart. Yeah, resistance is around these areas, around 0.215-ish for the 15-minute chart as well. We're close to it, very close, very close. We came all the way to what, 0.213-ish, so pretty close. Hourly, we have 22 minutes left, but it's looking nice. Like, it's looking nice for now, but we're getting close to resistance, first resistance. So eyes wide open, keep eyes on the resistance areas, and we'll see what happens, what the Easterns are at least telling us on the hourly, because Western cannot do much at the moment. But we can fib it, that much we can do. We can fib it and see what's going on, right? Hold on. fib hit. From this level to this level. Okay, we got the golden pocket around these levels. You know, I do not always agree with the fib, but I respect the fib nevertheless. It's just, you know, slight different from what I see and from what the fib is telling us. So we have the golden ratio around these levels, or golden pocket, whichever you like to call it, okay? Around 0.25 to 0. Exact, to be exact, 0.2445 to 0.2479, okay? But let's just say around 0.25. But what I'm seeing is resistances around this level, slightly above the golden, you know, pocket area, okay? Around 0.25-ish to 0.26-ish. But it's still not that much of a difference, right? Not that much of a difference. So yeah, we'll see what happens. That's SEI, SI, however you like to pronounce it. Okay, we can move on. STG. I think that's Stargate Finance, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so this one is in that, you know, I call these types of ranges, especially, you know, with big moves like these, traders heaven. Why? Because I love, you know, to, if there are reasons for me, you know, to get out around these areas, then I'd rather short. If there are reasons, enough reasons for me, you know, to enter these, you know, the bottom and the bottom of the channel, meaning, you know, when it comes to this session, bottom of the channel, then I'd rather enter. And then, you know, I just, you know, followed, meaning, you know, it's a trader's heaven, because it's not that difficult to find the spots, right? It's not that difficult. For example, I wouldn't be going long, you know, around these areas, right? Levels of interests for me personally could be around these levels, could be around these levels. Like, if I see reasons for it, just because something is at resistance, it doesn't mean it's gonna go down. Just because something is at support, it doesn't mean it's automatically gonna go up, right? So we always have to find confirmations. We have to see what the chart is telling us. We have to see what the westerns, the easterns all together is telling us. Like, we have to try to read the psychology of the market as much as possible, okay? Just to try to manage our risk to reward ratio, because if it's not worth it, if it's not worth the entry, if it's not worth the reward, it's really not worth the risk, right? And I know many of you probably think this is boring. This is, you know, boring things, because many just want to know about the targets and whatnot, but this is important things. This is important things to think about, okay? So at TG, we do have, you know, some sort of a support around these levels. We had support here, we had support here. Now, at the moment, this does not look, we are at support areas, but if you ask me, Dina, what are the chances of this actually holding this time? I can tell you, not as much as it was here, okay? Not as much as it was here either. We'll see what happens tomorrow, but right now at the moment, chances are not that strong, in my opinion, that we are gonna hold this time, okay? If we do, it's fine, but chance-wise, I don't think it's that high this time, okay? We'll see, something else could happen tomorrow and so on, but at the moment, I don't think so. MACD just went bearish. We got negative momentum on the oscillators. It's below neutral territories on the RSI. If we see a close shortly, if we see a close below this daily candle, close below 0.5821, and I'm being precise, okay, 0.5821, there's a very decent chance, friends, that this could go a bit lower. Now, if it closes below this area with strength, meaning there is follow through, okay, meaning there is follow through, that means there is a decent chance we could, you know, come back to the bottom, you know, all the way down to the bottom, somewhere to the bottom of this channel, okay? But if it closes below this level today, okay, let's say today, all right, this nice divergence is trying to form, you know, kind of looks crappy. But it snaps back up, meaning tomorrow we see some sort of a crack and snap action happen. Then it's a different story, right? Because we are at support. We're not gonna neglect the fact that it is at support areas. Thing is, we got 16 minutes left. This looks like a very strong bearish candle. So, you know, we gotta add 1 + 1, right? So we'll see what happens. Now, first resistance is right by this heart line right here, around 0.613-ish to 0.6, 2-ish. Any daily candle close above this level, yes, we could push a bit higher, but until that happens, it really doesn't matter. Okay, on the 4-hourly, first resistance also around this level. Okay, like beautiful, very beautiful hammer right here, very beautiful. Hopefully the support holds, you know, for the bull's sake, and we see some sort of action. We could see a bounce on the 4-hourly. We could see a bounce all the way to, hold on, let me draw it for you. This one we have to draw, because I'm gonna be keeping my eye on this one as well. Because just because daily is looking crappy doesn't mean we can't see a shorter, you know, term bounce, right? So we could see a bounce all the way to these levels. Okay, that would be somewhere between 0.6 to 0.62. So any 4-hourly can close above 0.6, then we could push a bit higher to the heart line, right? Look, we're getting some sort of a pullback, and this is around this trend line. I'm not talking about the daily, I'm talking about the 4-hourly. Okay, 4-hourly, we're getting some sort of a push, right? So we could see it, you know, come back to these levels at least, if not, you know, all the way up here, and then roll over again. Then I'd see this level as an opportunity to set some well, you know, to maybe go short again if I see reasons for that, right? I need some more confirmations. Okay, what else on the hourly? I cannot hate on this on the hourly right now. Okay, negative momentum on the oscillators, sure, but we do have some positive divergence. Okay, let's have a look at the MACD. It's still bearish, but it's trying to curl. It could fail like it failed here. It could fail like it failed here. It could fail again here, but it's trying to curl back up. So on the hourly, first resistance is around 0.59. Okay, any hourly candle close above 0.59, yeah, we could push to that, but it's such a slight difference, but I still gotta give it to you unbiased the way it is. Okay, so yeah, hourly close above this level pushes price a bit higher. Okay, daily's looking like crap though. It's looking like crap at the moment. It's not looking that good. If we consolidate around these levels and then we start, you know, seeing, you know, some sort of a demand around these areas, different situation, but at the moment looking crappy. For hourly, looking better. Hourly, looking better. Daily, not much. Okay, we're done with STG as well. Awesome. Now let's have a look at Quant. It's been a while. Now this one is looking interesting, friends. This one's definitely looking interesting. Okay, let's cut straight to the chase. On the daily time frame, we are at support levels. Like if it manages to hold, like we do not see a close below $99.9. Okay, let me just make sure. Hold on. Yeah, okay, 99.9, 100, you know, whatever. But if we manage to hold above this level, not see a daily candle close below this level, guys, there's a very decent chance this could actually give us a nice move to the upside. Why? We do have some nice divergence, right? If we see a daily candle close below 99.9, $100, whatever, forget about that nice divergence that is developing. But if it manages to hold above this level with that nice divergence that we are seeing, okay, and this is on both oscillators, right? This could turn out to be beautiful. This could turn out to be beautiful, okay? First resistance in that case would be around these levels. That is 104 to 105. Any close above this area, next resistance would be around, you know, $109-ish, and then, you know, all the way up here. Let's have a look at the 4 hourly. I can't hate on this. I cannot hate on this. Like, look, it's pretty much like, looking at the volume, it's pretty much like surviving. It's just surviving, but we could see that bears are losing steam, right? They're not completely gone, but they're losing steam slowly. They've been losing steam for God knows how long now. They've just been losing steam, so it's just been going sideways. Look, if we see a close below $100, most likely we come all the way to at least, you know, $95, you know, somewhere around that level, $97 to $95. But if it, as long as it holds above this area, there's a nice chance that it could come back up. We'll see what happens in 10 minutes. First resistance would be around these areas, second resistance all the way up here, and third all the way up here, okay? That's the daily. On the 4 hourly, first resistance, first support would be around these levels. Right here. Okay. Hourly support, 4 hourly support, same levels, same levels. Cool. And the daily, it's very close to it, right? Any daily candle close below $98.8, then you know $95 is very likely to happen, okay? Are only showing signs that we could, you know, push at least to $101. We'll see what happens from there. Yeah, that's quant. That's quant-ish. Let me just mark this level as well. Okay, so no close below this level, it's fine. Close below this level, now we could pull back a bit lower, right? And then if that's, you know, hourly support, for hourly support fails to hold, $95 won't be that strange, okay? Awesomeness. This was actually one of the only ones that was looking okay-ish today, because I was just, you know, going around the market and not everything. Thousands of assets out there, but I was going, you know, through some assets, and I was like, this one is looking okay. It's not like not super interesting, but so and so. And remember bat, the one that had this beautiful ascending triangle and whatnot. Why I was not tricked by this, why I was not buying this, and I told you guys, just because Cardano did it doesn't mean this is gonna do it. I'm just pointing out the fact that we do have some ascending triangle around these, you know, at this level, right, at this area. On this chart, okay, on the daily time frame. But we were at resistance. That's why I said cautious. Be cautious, because if it fails to break above this level, 0.23, okay, daily candle close above this area, we're probably not gonna see this level. What happened? We respected resistance, and then what happened? We broke below old support, and then what happened? We continued going down. So you see, it's good to be prepared. Just because we see something, just because we see a pattern, doesn't matter if it's in the candlesticks, doesn't matter if it's on the oscillators, it doesn't matter. Eastern, Western indicators, it doesn't matter. If there are reasons to be careful, it's better to be careful, because a lot of people, and this is 100% sure, a lot of people would see this and jump in immediately. Why? Oh, ascending triangle. If they see a little push above this level, oh, it's breaking out. Oh, it's time to buy. Me, I'm a bit the opposite. If I see something like this, then the first thing I want to do is see if there's any resistance levels we are around, or if there's anything else, you know, to look for. Okay, and when I get enough confirmations, then I'd rather wait. Yes, I could have, you know, went in around these levels, but instead I told you guys, be cautious. We are at resistance. Be cautious. We are at resistance areas unless I see a close, a daily can close above this level, okay, with a follow through. Yeah, beautiful, but it doesn't mean anything. Just because it's beautiful, it doesn't mean anything, okay? And the moment we broke below this level, I was like, well, time to go a bit lower. Now, first support that we have, let me draw it for you, hold on. Bat. On the daily, guys, I have to break your hearts, but it is what it is, okay? It is what it is. First support that we have on the daily is around these levels, okay? Right here. Why is it not showing? Right here. This is what I mean when I always draw them before they happen, and then you see them all, you know, spread around. But anyways, S1 daily time frame right here, okay? Now 1S, S1. There we go. Cool. And this better hold. Because if it doesn't, guys, unfortunately, there is not much support after that until, at least on the weekly, until all the way around. Now, this is gonna sound horrible, okay? But just gonna put it out there until 0.08-ish, unfortunately, okay? So this level, especially this one, better hold on a weekly time frame, okay? Yeah, that's BAT, basic attention token. Let's see what else. It is below critical levels right now. Yeah, unless we get back around this, you know, above this level. Still pressure from the bears. Let's see, negative momentum on the oscillators. We do have some nice divergence that could develop. Like, it's so, like, it's on the verge of becoming invalid already, okay? We need to see a close like this daily candle close, better close above 0.19-ish for this, you know, to become, like, for us, you know, to see some type of positive divergence, you know, play out, or not play out, develop. Otherwise, it's like whatever. Yeah, like I'm not so convinced this is it. On the 4-hourly, we are at support. Okay, on the 4-hourly, we're definitely at support, so I'm not gonna neglect that. All the way here, actually. This one almost missed that. I'm doing live TA on BAT right now because I haven't, since the last stream, I haven't had a look at BAT like TA wise. I just, you know, saw that it broke, you know, it broke below this level, and I was like, yeah, whatever. So ascending triangle didn't play out, right? But we were ready for that type of scenario to happen as well. So, okay, on the 4-hourly time frame, we are at support. Okay, cool. We are at support. We had support here, you know, earlier around these levels, as you guys can see, right? So yeah, we could, you know, pull back all the way to these areas, but to 0.19, 0.2-ish, very possible, but doesn't really mean much. Doesn't mean much. On the daily, first resistance now is different. Okay, this is S2. Okay, we're gonna change this to S2. I'll probably change it now. Not S2, I mean R2, because we do have a new R1. R1 is right around these levels, because yeah, R2 right around these areas. Probably gonna have to change this to R3 instead now. There we go. This one R2. And this one R1. And we are done. We are done. That's it. Okay, let's have a look now. So far we've had a look at Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, HBAR, Bone, Shiba Swap. Hold on. Bone. All those new coins, you know, showing up. Bone, Shiba Swap. Soon they're gonna say Meet Shiba Swap. It's never ending. CFX, Joe. CFX, and then Joe, and then what else? Let's see. Sai or Say, however you pronounce it. And then we have also done T on STG and Quant and BAT. STG, Quant, and BAT. Awesomeness. Cool. Okay. And we can have a look at stocks. Just to, by the way, I'm still in that, you know, Amazon short. I'm still in the short since I spoke about the short the other day. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I think I mentioned on the weekly that we were at resistance. So still short at the moment. We'll see what happens. And I went in right around 144-ish dollars, almost, you know, to be exact, 143.64. Let's just say 144-ish dollars. Still in it. Let's see what happens. Yeah, we do have on the daily, we do have some support around 133, 134. If that doesn't hold, most likely we pull back a bit lower. Weekly is looking so. Do not forget about that negative divergence on the weekly. Okay, negative divergence on the weekly. Clear as the blue skies. Okay, let's have a look at Google. This one was playing a lot. On the weekly, it was looking horrible. I don't remember which week it was, but I did say like any close above this area, then we're wrong, right? It went a bit higher all the way here to that, you know, major resistance area. After that, we started pulling back a little bit. Thing is, daily, as long as Google holds above $126, like, it's fine. But if we see a close below $126, then yes, there is a very, very decent chance that we could, you know, come all the way down to 120-ish, somewhere around that level. Hold on. We have a look. Yeah, no, I take that back. Support is right around 114 to 111, okay? There you go. 114 to 111. Just gonna draw it. Hold on. Trading View changed a lot of things with where the tools are and whatnot, so it's irritating to find some. Anyways, if this breaks, next support is all the way down here. Like, there's not much holding us, okay? Da-da-da, da-da. There we go. Are we cool, chat? We're cool, we're cool. Let's move on. Okay, before I continue, guys, Is there any requested? Is there anything you guys would like me to have a look at? Hype for this one. Hype for this one because TA got respected at resistance. Apple, I told you guys, if we fail to get above that level on a weekly, and then forget about that, okay? Forget about that. Easy, just easily, okay? Easily. Look at this trend line. It was following. What happened the moment, we broke below it? It was goodbye, right? It was literally goodbye. And then we just, gapped down and we are at weekly support, first weekly support at the moment. Negative momentum on the oscillators, RSI is above, neutral. That is good. There is some type of positive divergence that is trying to form. We will see if it starts forming around these levels, which would be very, very interesting, right? Yeah, Apple broke down. Awesomeness, because I was waiting for something like that to happen. Airbnb, did we speak about it? Yes, we did. On the daily, I did tell you guys, I don't know, somebody find that stream, but we did speak about, there was a very good chance of this, breaking to the downside. Now we are at support S1 daily time frame. We're also, developing some nice divergence at the same time. I'm just loving how it's looking right now, but we'll see what happens, because if it snaps below this level, then forget about that nice divergence that we're seeing and whatnot. And our first resistance now is around $135 to $136, okay? 135 to 130. Let's just say between 134 to 136, okay? Just to be a bit more flexible. First resistance on the daily. On the weekly, still looking like crap, but on the daily, we are definitely at some sort of a support, okay? Yeah, but on the weekly, this looks like this can continue a bit more. Doesn't mean we can't see a mini bounce, on the daily time frame, right? Okay, that's Airbnb. Almost forgot about this one. Okay, this one we had a look at this one a long time ago. So Adobe. Let's see. Okay. First support all the way around these levels, okay? Like I have, like, if you'd ask me why did we bounce off this level, like nice candle, I really have no idea looking at the daily. There was literally, let's see. There was no... Okay, maybe there was some sort of a nice... But it's not clear. I guess it just went up. Like, there's no real reason, and that can happen in the chart sometimes. Like, you see, prices go up, prices go down, but you don't see a lot of things telling you because it's for this reason or that reason. Like, the only reason I can think of is the Westerns. And it could be for this reason, okay? We have some type of a bull flag, or whatever you like to call it. Flag, parallel channel, right? Broke a bit above it, but we got rejected at resistance. Like right here, we do have resistance. Unless we see when the market is open, okay, intraday, like a close above this level, 524, then it's a different story. We could, come all the way up here. That is possible, but yeah, like I don't really see a reason for it to bounce at these levels. So, meaning I still think there's a nice, like a decent chance that it could actually come all the way to this support. It still hasn't tapped it, right? It still hasn't tapped it. So we'll see what happens. Okay, that is it. Let's chit chat a little bit. have a look at what's going on with Bitcoin at the same time. Daily candle close is here. Okay, so how did the daily candle close? It closed pretty much with a strong red candle. Okay, doesn't mean it's the end of the world. Not quite, not quite. Yeah, but that nice divergence that I was talking about, remember? It's invalid now. Like, if it's gonna have some chance of this actually going back up to at least let's say $29,000. Okay, $29,150, it better snap back up now. Like now. This candle, the volume, not looking that terrific, guys. It's not looking, but we're still at support. We're still above, critical levels. So not panicking. I'm just saying it's not looking the best for the bulls. Okay, it's not looking the best. Hourly first resistance is around, let's see now, around 29,000 as well. Okay, yeah, that's it, I guess. That's it. Yep. All right, chat, how are we doing? How are we feeling? Like, everything good? Like, I've had a hell of 2 weeks, like a lot of guests, coming left and right and celebrating this, doing that and whatnot, this and that. But it's been fun. Like, it's the end of August, before we lose the sun in summer. Like, we're trying to do the most out of it. Plus it was, the birthday month and whatnot. So it's been quite a fun month. Can't complain at all. If only Bitcoin would have been, also doing better, but then again, can't complain about that part either. It's been fine. It's been respecting TA mostly, so it's all good. What you guys been up to? Howley, what you been up to? I know, Jax, you're watching as well, but you did tell me that you'll be driving at the same time, so please do not chat at the moment. Just drive safe, okay? Unless you have a Tesla, that's another situation, but drive safe. Oh, excuse me. Move that one. Awesome. Studying the dry things, right? That's what you called them last time, Holly. And you were so right. Like, it's good to study, but yeah, people give up, studying pretty fast when they realize that it's a lot of work. It takes a lot of time. It is it kind of messes up with your day, because if you're busy, Netflix and chilling, and then suddenly you gotta change your ways. Yeah, it's a lot of people don't have the discipline to keep on studying on daily basis. So, like, good job. Really starting to see the casino game play out, right? Like, the more, look, there's one thing for sure. The more you have a look at the charts, like on daily basis, the more you do TA, the more you follow what's going on with the crypto world and market world, like just news, in general, the more you start seeing things happen. Now, look, a lot of people, I completely understand, because a lot of people, when I tell them, yeah, like I wouldn't be, shorting at the lows at support, they're like, Dina, are you nuts? Da, 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 da. At this right now, at this level, like, I need some more confirmation, okay? Meaning, I want to see what happens tomorrow as well. I want to see what happens with this candle. Fine, this candle looked horrible, but we are at support. If I'm just gonna, you know, go all in, go all short just because we're at these levels, then yeah, I don't know. Besides, nowadays I'm not looking, you know, for unless it's scalping, like intraday trading, like, you know, just scalping here and there. I'm just looking for opportunities to go long again. Okay. So yeah, I'm just, you know, on the sidelines, letting it do what it needs to do. For example, around these levels, I spoke about when we were live. I spoke about, yeah, I'd rather wait for it, you know, to pull back down a little bit and then, you know, go in. So, entered around, I don't remember exactly, but I think it was around, you know, 29-ish, if I'm not mistaken, around, you know, 29.1, somewhere around that level. And then it came all the way down, you know, up here around 29.7, profits off the table, and that's it. But this is, you know, just, you know, small scalping here and there, right? Here and there. But yeah, I'd still rather wait for this to see it play out the way it should, right? I mean, you know, I'd rather wait for more confirmations and then take a decision based on that. But yeah, it is like a casino, indeed, 100%. Not gonna deny that. But the more TA you use, and you're not just, you know, blindly entering and shorting and whatnot, then when you're actually, you know, managing, thinking 1, 2, 3 times if it's worth it or not, and this and that, then you're not gambling. Then you're actually, you know, taking trades based on TA and not based off, you know, hopium and good wishes and, you know, whatnot, right? Yeah, I'm gonna put a chart out on Discord tomorrow. It's a very interesting one with events that have affected Bitcoin or the market in some sort of way, and timelines and whatnot. Just gonna share it tomorrow. Just gonna see that everything that needs to be there is there, and then we'll take it from there. By the way, Caspa, I think I already discussed this last time, but nevertheless, wrong chart. Let's see now. Yeah, guys, resistance respect to the dot. This level broke, meaning there's a nice chance that we could actually come all the way this level. Okay, support. First resistance now is around 0.042 on the 4-hourly time frame. Okay, seems like on the 4-hourly we are at some type of support. Plus, looks like as long as we do not see a 4-hourly candle close below 0.038-ish, there's a very decent chance that we're actually gonna see that resistance I just mentioned. Okay, yeah, Caspa, like this one was beautiful. This one was just beautiful, you know, since the breakout, since we, like, because we spoke about it around these levels, right? Came down, held everything. Guys, 118%, and we're talking unleveraged, no leverage. Okay, no gambling feelings, you know, as much as the leverage, you know, gives you, right? This was just spot, and it did well. It did better than well. And this is exactly what I said. I do not want to hear anybody telling me to have a look at it, okay, when it's reached like above 50% in gaze, because then it's too late. Like, levels of interest were around these levels, 118%. Those who missed the shows, like, I'm not even I'm saying this humbly, those who missed the shows probably missed to see this. They probably missed this one, because a lot of people do not know about Caspa yet. I think I'm not sure, but yeah, This one was beautiful. I enjoyed this one to the maximum. Like, this one was just beautiful. Yeah, Howley, it's one of those beautiful, beautiful ones. And yeah, now looks like we're pulling back on the daily. Doesn't look like the bears are losing steam yet. I don't see any reasons, to say that. Yeah, we'll see what happens when we are on these levels. But this one was beautiful. It's beautiful. Okay, lovely people. I think we can call it a show. We've been live for an hour and a half. We've had a look at some stonks. We've had a look at some, assets, crypto assets and whatnot. We've had a look at Bitcoin, the king, most importantly. And before I call it a show, let's have a look at Litecoin, last one. Because a lot of people were like, how come nothing happened, after the halving, like nothing happened? And I was like, well, I guess nobody's that interested, when it comes to Litecoin anymore. I mean, sure, when it comes to certain exchanges, it has a lot of volume, and I think it's mainly because a lot of people use it, just to transfer, money left and right. That's what I think. I'm not sure. I'm not everybody. I can't read everybody's mind, but I just think, okay, it's probably because it's easier to transfer left and right from exchange to exchange. But is there interest? No, because if there was, after the halving, we would have seen something happen. Instead, this one went straight down, okay, after it hit resistance. Simple as that, okay? So yeah, guys, we are at support when it comes to Litecoin, okay? We are at daily support levels. On the weekly, we are also at support at the moment. Are the bears losing steam? If you ask me, no, I don't see anything telling me that the bears are losing steam, but we are developing some positive divergence. And as long as we do not see a close below 73, if we see a close below $73, then that nice divergence that I'm talking about, forget about it, okay? Like, most likely this is just gonna continue down, okay, to the lows of, I don't know, $70, even a bit lower. We're probably gonna see $60 by the way things are looking. Not gonna be that shocked. Yep, very possible for, $60 again, okay? So yeah, that's it, Litecoin. Just, before I call it a show, okay? Just wanted to talk about this one as well. So yeah, as usual, if you find the shows to be entertaining, valuable, like you're getting a lot of value, learning a lot of things. I know some things we talk about is dry, but I'm not trying, to be here, sell you, shill you, or whatnot, just a lot of crap. I'm actually here trying, to show you how I think, how I read the TA and so on and so forth. And then we combine that with things we discuss, with the Patreons and on Discord and whatnot. And we do have a lot of like-minded people, smart people on Discord, that share their insights, their journey and everything and so on. No judging, when it comes to the community, like everybody's welcome. So yeah, thank you, Howley, for tuning in. Much love to you. So yeah, if you guys find it to be valuable, entertaining, and so on and so forth, keep on smashing that like. Keep on sharing with your friends, Twitter, whatever, this and that. And hit that bell button just to be notified in time before I go live, okay? Because I do have different, hours and so on and so forth. I'm trying to keep it consistent, but it's been a hectic month. I think I've never been this inconsistent ever in my life when it comes to anything. But this month, it's a birthday month, so yeah, it's been quite different. But much love to all of you. Thank you for all the love, the likes, the contributions, and yeah, just the love mainly. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Until then, happy trading and trade safe, and good night.